Hey there folks, and welcome back to my commentary of the GTA Online death matches. I said last time I was going to do the world, but I kind of just want to do more in tiers. I know there's not very many tiers, but I still feel like it'd be good to cover them anyway. So with that in mind, I suppose I might as well start with, you probably heard of this, the trio character interior death matches. I might as well start with the first one, Michael Mania. And oh boy, this is a bit of a special one because I remember this one because it was I mind people were saying you can get it like Milk houses, and I think one of the things I want to try and do is try to spice up a little bit, put my own spin in that, and you know what annoyed me about people, they always put between 2 and 4, and I was like, no, you can do way more than that. And honestly, it was almost a challenge saying to try and put in as many as I could. And though Michael Mania could only, I think, score 7, and in Franklin Trevor's cases they could score 9, and I still felt it was pretty good in that, just to include anyway. You know, like I'd personally say that with regards to this death match anyway, and it was well, this one, it's always been a bit chaotic. I mean, that's kind of part of the whole thing now. They're all three of the characters are death matches, and the whole point is for it to be a bit of a, chaotic environment. Mania, frenzy, tyranny. Even though the last one might not be as such, but it still sports a kind of chaotic nature anyway. Hitting that, and oh man. Yeah, it was actually quite fun, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, one thing I loved about these kind of death matches was just how much you can do with them. I mean, back then anyway, back when Rockstar wasn't so finicky about spawn points being in unusual places, but I'd still say, yeah, this death match, it's actually kind of interesting, Oh, it's funny because even though I don't want to replay or keep playing death matches that aren't mine anymore, and I want to just play my own jobs, and that, but in the end, it's it's that good that it's kind of hard to not want to play them, and that, it's it's really hectic, but oh man. But yeah, what would I say about this as a deathmatch? Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good in that, honest opinion. It kind of gets me. It kind of gets me on my nerves because how. What was I going to say? Yeah, it gets on my nerves a little bit because see with my current account now that I'm using, Destiny Yukon, right now. The good news is I know that it doesn't take very long in it to level up. In 3 weeks I managed to get, from a loose walking account, I managed to get my mail to about, I think, mid 50s, and my field would be in the low 40s, not no, high 40s, and that. So it's not that I can, maybe if, I suppose it'd take at least a good 2-3 months to properly get, maybe at most 4, but I can attain both 120 in both accounts by the point. Mind you, by the time I was 6 months in, I managed to get to 165 as my main, and I think about 150 as my female. So it's not like it's impossible, Oh man, but yeah. Oh, what fun it is. But yeah, it's certainly chaotic, and oh man. Michael Mania. Oh, to be fair, it's true to its name, and there's certainly a lot of chaos, and what I truly hope is that these matches can, because see, what I'm mainly concerned about my main account people, that's about main account and secondary accounts being balanced, that the death matches won't last forever. I worry that maybe say in a couple years time they'll just boop, be gone, and that's simply because I haven't played GT Online for ages, and because mind you, it's like I can't really, so it's like it's kind of impossible to do. But at least I know with the main two characters I have now, like as long as the dirty side of things that I'm carrying on with other accounts and that I have, that being Angels, Demonia, and Kazuya Yuji, as long as they're not, if they do get banned, as long as they're not carried over to my main account, which is now Destiny Yuka, I should be good to go. Like, I don't think it should be the case anyway. Like, misconduct isn't exactly the worst crime, but you never know. But I feel like it's the safest way to go about it. I mean, it could be a hell of a lot worse than that. But man. Oh boy, but yeah, like honestly, one thing I loved about it was just how chaotic it could be. I'm not gonna I don't think this is what I would call original. This is because mind you, this is far from original. Far, oh far from being original. Oh, but yeah, I think one thing I want to do is that, part of supposed to get a higher level than that was Destiny Newcomb and that. I want to try and cover some deathmatch I've been wanting to cover for ages. Like, a good example being Motel Massacre. Like, the only reason why that's hard to host is because, well, it's a 30 deathmatch. I prefer mine to be a minimum of 20. Well, mostly for hosting reasons. But I'd say it's just mostly so that I can get the full experience. I mean, there's gonna be one that's particularly bad. Like, I don't want to talk too much about it at the moment, but yeah. Let's just say it goes by the name Liberty or Death, and that's gonna be a proper military match. But yeah, and I do hope that I'll be able to find some sort of success in that area at least. I'm not considering Rockstar and their supposed shitty matchmaking system. Oh man. Just trying to think here actually. What else to say about Michael Mania? Well, I think the thing is, I do recall hearing about this because I mind someone said you can get in through I think it was what was it? It was something to do how if you push that spawn thing in that through one of the windows and that, it would kind of force your car to get through the window, and that's how I got in. And that. But yeah. Oh, chaotic it was. That much it certainly was. Oh man. But the sad thing is that to this day I'll still miss Cassidy and because honestly I mean I'm not gonna lie when I was doing Lewis Wilkinson and that for the 3 weeks I did manage to play it, and I mean the female character I had then, Angelina, she wasn't great, but I could see why she'd be attractive, especially with I think it was at least the skin looked really good and that, so I suppose it wasn't too bad. But of course it got permanently banned as well, so it's chances are that's not going to be getting anywhere anymore. But yeah, I do have hopes for this one. I mean, the third character I created for that, Stephanie, she's not super attractive. I definitely wouldn't put her up there with Cassidy, but I'm not entirely sure. She is pretty good at that. I think I had to recreate her because the first version of her was just it didn't work. It was okay. I'd say it was at least a 6 out of 10, but no, I wasn't really happy with it. So I ended up having to redo it, and then I got a bit of a better result. I mean, it's still not great, and now I'd say it's probably right now it's no higher than an 8, but it's at least better than what it could have been. I mean, it's a hell of a lot better. That much I'll say for sure. But yeah. Oh man. But yeah, like, overall, what to say about Michael Mania? Well, you know, I'd say that it could be better. No, no. What the fuck am I saying? No, I'd say that Michael Mania it's not my favourite. It comes pretty close. Like, I would say probably Trevor Tanner's the least of the favourite. Although atmosphere-wise, it's probably the best. Other than that, but yeah, I think Frank Frenzy just barely does better. But it's still pretty good, and now you'll see more about the right about now and that. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. This death match, man. This death match. Whew. Yeah, I would probably say that. Yeah, with this one, it's like I'd say yeah, it's pretty good in overall, and you know, far from the best, but it's up there. Uh, oh boy. But anyway, so yeah, I suppose the next one, the next one, it shall be none other than Franklin Frenzy. Yeah, Franklin Frenzy. Oh boy. In fact, okay, I'm not gonna lie here, but there is also another bit of a good reason for showing this one in particular, like, and you'll see why that is. And it's all because of this weird glitch that let's just say every time I played Frank, for instance, PS3, I've never seen a glitch like this, and I don't know if it's because it's the first person view that might fuck things up, but yeah, you should see it for yourself and that, because it was kind of, well, it was kind of weird, and I actually had to commit suicide because of it, and you know, like, I had to do the commit suicide in the GTA 5 thing, and it was, yeah. In case you're wondering, the only time where I commit suicide on a somewhat regular basis is not GT, what the fuck is it? Yeah, it's Ocean's 11, which is another tier that I'll be covering at some point, and but I'll get more into detail about why that is when I get to it, you know. Boy, though, but yeah, it's I would say that, yeah, with this deathmatch, you know, I've just noticed here that, like, is it just me, or is it like the rolling times are much faster on, like, my two main characters than what is, like, what I've got currently? Like, they're at least a good bit slower, and like, it's not like a huge difference. Like, it may be a difference between maybe like a third of a second to like maybe 2/3 a second, but it's definitely kind of noticeable, and because I definitely notice a difference, and yeah. Oh man, but yeah, like I said, and this death match is like, uh, I'd say, yeah, like, you could probably see that. I think this is a here and now, like, if you watch. And I was trying to lean back and that, and this caused me to, like, I don't know, go through the window and that. Like, see that, look, yeah. And I was wondering what the fuck was going on. And they were probably equally as confused. Yeah, I was, like, really confused. I think they were trying to shoot me in that, but they realised that they couldn't. But you know the funny thing is, you can't hear what, if you're outside, you can't hear any other shh sort of thing, you know, but yeah, I had to fucking commit suicide because of it. I don't know, it was bollocks. But, I mean, seriously, that was complete full of shit. Yeah. But in a way, though, it could be a hell of a lot worse than that, but honestly, that was like some right bollocks. You know, but uh, yeah, as you can tell, I've got a really good spot between the staircases and that. pretty damn good overall. Oh man, I imagine I was pissing off a good few people on that because of that strategy. Oh, but yeah, if you wonder about how I got in with Franklin Frenzy, and yeah, with Franklin Frenzy, the thing about this deathmatch was that I think it was something like, I know that to get normally, like the normal strategy for the free play thing was that you had to kind of like, get your card into like a certain angle, and and it would eventually like, kind of flip itself inside, and that's how you did it. But I couldn't really do that for this one. Like, you know, it ended up being that I had to do it a different way, and you know what I had to do was I think I can't remember exactly. I think I had to go for like one of the walls, like you know how like the house has these bottom walls. I had to like kind of do it that way, and eventually it worked. Eventually, you know, but took quite a bit of effort to get it working, you know. But was it impossible? No, you know, like I said, you know, I mean, as you can see there, like, you know, I managed to do the death match true and proper to its righteous fashion, and yeah, I managed to get it to work eventually. Oh man. It's just crazy though, just trying to see all this and that. Also, I don't really know what that airplane noise is. But yeah, you can probably tell that. I think this is something that I win now, like, but it's by a close margin. You know, like, it came pretty damn close. Yeah, pretty damn close indeed. Yeah, it's just because I think he took up a good spot as well, and like I think he was either at the bottom of the staircase or in between the two stairs and that. Oh, this is a good spot as well, and we just hang it back up here now to oh man, no. But yeah, I mean this is actually quite chaotic and that, especially with just like 9 people. Like, you know, oh, see that's the thing actually. It doesn't. I mean, it feels like it's on par with Trevor Turney or Michael Mania. And well, whilst Trevor Turney I managed to get 9 in it, but Michael Mania I only managed to get 7. I think it's because it had 2 floors in that, so kind of messed up the whole spawn thing a bit, you know. But yeah, like, I'd say this was probably one hell of an intense death match. Oh man, no. But yeah, so one hell of a match. I'll give it that. Huh. Yeah, you can tell people are constantly getting killed and that. Oh man. But yeah, I know some people are obsessed with like sick death matches, but uh, you know, I'm looking back at it, I'm kind of I always get annoyed at that whenever like things don't go really well, and there's a certain reason why for that. You know, and it's just because of like shit, like well, reasons like that. Like it's kind of they have a very similar mindset to me. Like they know how to play the game, and you know, and it's like it's always constantly frustrating and that like you know whatever. Have to do stuff like that, but yeah. I suppose I'm thinking about it in a way. This would probably be much better if this was a third person, because then I kind of see like the other staircase, so I won't have to keep switching back and forth, not knowing if someone's going to be coming up or not. But I think that's the thing that you know, first person, third person have their advantages and disadvantages, and you know. Like, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with doing first person only, but it does have its limitations. You know, like, I would certainly say it does. Uh, but yeah, I think it was a pretty close call on that, like, at least I'd say anyway. But yeah, you can see, like, I wasn't far ahead of that guy, X9WX. No, came pretty damn close. Man. But yeah, like, I think with Franklin Frenzy, that I don't know, there's always something special about it. You know, that's what I like about it. You know, it comes off as being quite. I'm sure that as well, but yeah, there's always something special about that kind of deathmatch. Uh, it's just like I'm just looking at it. It's just like I always find it quite charming, and I just going back and all these old death matches, and oh god. Huh. Uh, but yeah, I think. Uh, but yeah, I just think like, you know, I'm really glad that I asked Mars to do these death matches while I had the chance, and you know, that's it paid off and that, you know. But yeah, there's that. Franklin Frenzy, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty damn good interior. But the thing is, yeah, Franklin Frenzy, I don't think I'll ever really get old. Other than that, you know, like it's just one of those special kind of ones, you know. But yeah, next time I will actually be doing overalls, and then I've done covered some more interiors and that. But anywho, this is Lewis6345, aka Lewis Wilkinson. Anyway, I'll see you then, folks. Till then.